Saturday, January 13, 2018, Sunday, January 14, 2018. An Aries can only take so much adulting before your alarm bells go off, and that's when you have to rebel. If you don't want to burn any bridges, forget about being the de facto grown-up in the room this weekend. Shock jock Uranus in Aries and your first house of self-expression gets into a dust-up with Venus and the Sun in Capricorn and your maturity zone. If you're feeling confined, you could act out or be tempted to go AWOL on your stupefied squad. Don't let it get to that point. Honor your need for freedom by keeping plans loose, and building lots of wander time into your weekend. Spontaneous detours will bring the best surprises. But don't bail on the people who have been there for you, Ram. Next week, you may need them to have your back again. Trouble is, if you push it too far, they won't be waiting in the wings. Saturday, January 13, 2018, Sunday, January 14, 2018. Caution, mind games ahead. This weekend arrives with a tricky tango involving both Venus and the Sun in your independent 9th house and unpredictable Uranus in your shadow 12th. Look out. Flattery could get a scheming person everywhere with you now. You're going to need to stay on the tippy toes of your combat boots if you don't want to fall for a smooth pitch. Take nothing at face value, especially when it comes to romance. You could be swept off your feet only to wind up ungrounded and dizzy. Attached. This liberating trifecta gives you an unrepentant wandering guy. It's fine to look, Taurus, and even do a little harmless flirting. But don't trek any further down temptation's trail, not now, when your self-control is at such a low. Saturday, January 13, 2018, Sunday, January 14, 2018. Loyalty points? Check. Your allegiance may be tested this weekend, Gemini, as radical Uranus in your community zone clashes with the Sun and Venus in your possessive 8th house. Though you may want to remain impartial and just be friends with everybody, your refusal to take sides could damage some important relationships. Think strategically here. To you, it might be no big deal to hang out with a BFF's nemesis or her ex, or to do business with a group that's caused your squad trouble in the past. The thing is, Gem, your friends may see your actions as a betrayal. You don't have to openly declare war on anyone, nor should you, but think big picture. If these friendships are ones you truly cherish, then you might have to make a social sacrifice to keep the bond strong. Saturday, January 13, 2018, Sunday, January 14, 2018. This weekend, don't pay the price of being too nice. The Sun and convivial Venus in your partnership house clash with chaotic Uranus in your ambition zone. A once-in-a-lifetime opportunity could present itself. The trouble is, someone you care about might also be reaching for the same brass ring. What to do? Summon your competitive spirit instead of backing down. While going head-to-head with people you adore can be uncomfortable, you owe it to your future success to play the game with good sportsmanship and trust that the best person will win. Besides, Cancer, the alternative is worse, watching someone else enjoy the spoils that could have been yours. Except you'll never know because you didn't even try. No way. Consider an option C, joining forces with your competition to tackle this opportunity as a dynamic duo. Saturday, January 13, 2018, Sunday, January 14, 2018. Goals, goals, goals. Nothing wrong with setting a high benchmark for yourself, Leo. It's in your high-achieving sign's DNA, but in your high-key zeal to do something extraordinary, did you create an unrealistic plan for yourself? If you're exhausted at the mere thought of getting started, consider it a sign. Then, Break your epic mission down into micro resolutions. What would the first phase look like? What smaller milestones could you tick off first, to boost your confidence? As a playful Leo, your calendar should also have ample room for extracurricular fun and unstructured mingling. Bow out of obligations that eat up your spare time without bringing a real emotional reward. This weekend, you may discover opportunities to merge the best of both worlds. Would friends be interested in collaborating on a community event you want to organize, or perhaps a business idea? Poke around and see who's interested. Saturday, January 13, 2018, Sunday, January 14, 2018. Duck, Virgo. Cupid wings in on a wonky flight path this weekend, which could make your heart beat erratically in the game of love. Chalk it up to a complicated connection between electric Uranus in your erotic 8th house and the Sun and Venus in your romantic 5th. Under these skies, it's easy to confuse sex with love. Sure, you can find them both in one person, that's ideal. But you could also feel a little torn over these next 2 days. For instance, you might be insanely thirsty for an unstable hottie while the nice one waits patiently in the wings. Don't throw a good thing away for a short-lived rush of pleasure, Virgo. But if the attraction has truly cooled with an old reliable, create some space in order to bring back the lust. See what happens if you sleep apart this weekend or take a breather from your relationship. Already drifting apart? Pump up the volume on your seductive efforts. A spark could become a full-on fireworks display this weekend. Close the blinds. Saturday, January 13, 2018, Sunday, January 14, 2018. Unfiltered Libra is on the loose, and things could get personal. Spontaneous Uranus is staring through your relationship house, setting you free of constraining thoughts and limitations. But this weekend, he'll clash with the Sun and Venus in your ultra-sensitive 4th house. One wrong look or under-the-breath remark might be all it takes to throw your scales out of balance. It's never a pretty sight when you, the zodiac's pacifist, lose your cool. But flying off the handle could bring huge regrets over these next 2 days. Think twice before you unleash a fiery text storm or publicly drag the person who let you down. Under these combative skies, you could say something unforgivable in the heat of the moment. On the flip side, this cosmic combo can bring more heart and heat to a flatlining relationship. If you care, Libra, don't hide it. Pride could leave you lonely. Saturday, January 13, 2018, Sunday, January 14, 2018. First impressions are hard to undo, Scorpio, but admit it, you can be a little quick to write people off. This weekend, as spontaneous Uranus in your charitable 6th house nudges the Sun and Venus in your friendship zone, you may feel gracious enough to proffer a second chance. Observe people in action. You might see a different side of the superficial retail addict or the amateur hour comedian who just can't stop with the dad jokes. A surprising synergy could emerge if you make the effort to converse and connect. Has the esprit de corps been sagging with your squad? Reverend things up with a fun weekend plan, like taking a road trip to a cute Airbnb, ideally with a hot tub, or doing some community volunteering at home base. Saturday, January 13, 2018, Sunday, January 14, 2018. It's great that you've learned the joy of a routine, Sagittarius, but in the process, have you forgotten the power of the pleasure principle? This weekend, renegade Uranus in your glamorous, playful 5th house wags a nail art adorned finger at the Sun and Venus in your sensible 2nd house. Pull yourself out of a rut by infusing more fun into your daily rituals. Better yet, shake up those structures altogether. Try a new coffee shop for your AM kick, Introduce colors and patterns back into your winter wardrobe. Hello infinity scarves, headbands and bucket hats. Meet friends for brunch on the other side of town, ideally somewhere with a boutique zone you can cruise after your croque madams. If you've been stuck in a sedentary slump, drop into a dance-based cardio class or go dancing at the club. This arousing cosmic lineup can rev up romance, a good reason to get the blood flowing to all your body parts. Saturday, January 13, 2018, Sunday, January 14, 2018. Can someone else be the adult this weekend, please? With the Sun and decadent Venus beaming in your sign, you want to luxuriate without a care in the world. Set aside your structured nature and let spontaneity be your guide. Free-range Capricorn can discover some fascinating new things. One catch: don't shut down your devices without informing friends and family of your whereabouts. Cranky Uranus in Aries and your fourth house of family will be throwing shade at the Sun-Venus duo all weekend. Your inner circle will not take kindly to you bailing on them or screening their calls. In fact, it could do lasting damage with an important female in your life. And, for serenity's sake, if you're canceling one plan to go have fun with someone else, do not post the proof on Instagram. Saturday, January 13, 2018, Sunday, January 14, 2018. Rise from that meditation cushion, Aquarius, and go see the world. Your co-ruler spontaneous Uranus is cruising through your curious and communicative third house, warming up your butterfly wings. But this weekend, he'll get into a dust-up with Venus and the Sun in your dreamy 12th house. When making plans, don't overcommit. Your moods will fluctuate wildly over the next 2 days, and when you've gotta go, you've gots to go. If you've spent too much time in solitary reflection, go bounce your ideas off the hive mind. Savvy friends could have important feedback that can take your genius plans to the next level. Have you been attached at the hip to a certain someone? Help.air. Your alarm bells may start chiming this weekend, so take a breather, quick, before you get cranky with this needy, but lovely, soul. Saturday, January 13, 2018, Sunday, January 14, 2018. Count your cryptocurrency, Pisces, and don't be so quick to pull out the plastic. This weekend, your taste for life's treasures needs to be balanced against your 2018 budgetary requirements. Wait, do you actually know what those are? Pour a mug of herbal tea and take a look. Review your statements and map out your expenses and income for the month. This can be an affirming process, Pisces. With the Sun and Venus in your future-oriented 11th house, you could download some powerful visions for making money without selling your soul. But over the next 2 days, erratic Uranus in your finance sector will throw the Sun-Venus pairing a curveball. Retail therapy urges will be strong, and good luck window shopping if you surf around Net-a-Porter or overstock. Resist the first splurge by putting your focus on people over things.